All right, everyone. Welcome to Automatic Clients, a system that will help you set it and forget it. Set it up once, and I'll teach you guys today how to get clients on repeat automatically. It is just a proven system that is honestly just like right under your nose. I think people that complicate business don't really know how simple it is to make money. But once you hear everything I have to say today, you're going to see that you have the power. You don't need anything fancy. And I'm going to help you implement this in the easiest, most time saving way possible. So I am so thrilled to have you here on Automatic Clients. It is a system for how to get new clients on repeat. This is not just another webinar. Like I said, for a few of you, not for all of you, this is going to be a game changer. And that is why it's called the 1%, because a lot of you, the majority of you, I hate to say this, but it's the truth, are going to take this information and probably just set it aside. Just put it in the back of your head. But for the few of you that take the information that I have worked so hard to finally figure out and actually implement it, it's life changing. This is going to teach you how to transform your business into a well oiled client generating machine. Who wants that? Who wants that? I see Lupita wants that. Okay, I see Tony. Yeah, you want that. That's right. Lauren, you want that. Julie, you want that. But before we dive into the good stuff, let's get to know each other a little bit better. I want to know who you are. Type it in the comments. And I also want to show you a little bit about who I am. This is your guide to this business journey that you're on, and I am your guide. I have been in the trenches just like you. I have finally, say that with me. Everyone say, finally crack the code to automating client acquisition. So now I'm here to share those secrets with you. So, who do we have today? Drop it in the comments. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? What city are you from? What country are you from? If you're not from the United States, I want to know. I want to see who's the person that is tuning in from the furthest place. So also let me know in the comments what business you're in so I can tailor this webinar, the information to you and speak to you directly. Let's harness the power of community, the power of systems, and take your business to new heights. Redondo Beach, esthetician. Yep. Hey, Karen. Julie from Georgia, lash artist. Tanya, brow artist from Melbourne, Australia. Hi, Tanya. Nice to have you here. Blue Toth is from New York. She does PMU. Okay. So, Lindsay from Boston. Okay. Do we have any? Okay, an MD brow artist. Do we have any injectors in the house? Any med spas? Makeup and brows. Oh, originally from Hungary. Okay, Holly. Yes, Kamiko, Chicago salon and spa owner. Okay, this will work for anyone with a business that touches people. If you or that requires an appointment. So if that is you, stick around because it's going to work for you. It's going to work for dentists. It's going to work for chiropractors. It's going to work for massage therapists. It's going to work for estheticians and hairstylists. It's going to work for real estate agents even. So check this out. Okay. Are you ready? Are you all ready to unlock the secrets to my game-changing system that's raking in $6,243 per day while I catch some sleep? Let's face it, I don't sleep that much. While I do other things, while I spend time with my kids, while I do my 17-step skincare routine, while I'm at the gym. This system, this very system that I'm going to share with you today is making me money while I do what I actually want to do. It's giving me freedom, freedom not just financially, but freedom of my time. And isn't that why we all got into business to begin with? Isn't that why you are an entrepreneur? Because you want to own your time. So while the rest of the world is trying so hard, getting clients and working hard, getting clients or making all these posts, this system that I'm going to show you is going to do it automatically for you. It is my new client system that is a powerhouse method that is revolutionizing, honestly, the way we do the business in this industry, the way we do business in this industry. So, no more chasing after clients or burning the midnight oil to make ends meet. With this system in your arsenal, you will be effortlessly attracting high paying clients, the clients that you want more of into your salon, your studio, or wherever, like bees to honey. But here's the best part. I'm not just here to tease you with tantalizing numbers. I'm here to actually show you how to replicate this today in your business, and I'm going to do it in less than 40 minutes. Okay. So if you're ready to level up your business and say goodbye to the hustle and grind mentality, then buckle up because we're about to embark on a journey that's going to change the game for good. All right, let's go. If you stay until the end, if you stay until the end, I have a free gift for you, but only if you stay until the end, trading your time for this, because actually, this resource is going to help you implement what I'm going to teach you a lot better. If you're ready to unlock the secrets to skyrocketing your sales and taking your business to the next level, I'm going to share with you my gold key DM sales script. This is exactly what I want you to say to clients in the DM. And it works if you're a life coach, it works if you're a brow artist, it works if you're a trainer, it works with anybody that wants to sell more of what they have. And you guys are posting on social media for what reason? To get inquiries about your offer. But many times when you have an inquiry, it kind of ends there, doesn't it? They don't end up booking, they don't end up buying. And with this sales script, it's going to systematize what you say to clients through the DM, how you sell through the DM, so you can actually get more transactions in your business. Because what you say matters. Also, it's going to take out all the guesswork. There is buyer psychology where basically, like, you know, every time we buy something, we go through the same psychological steps. There's certain feelings that we need to have and be reassured of, things we need to be reassured of in order to make that purchase. And if you don't have a script, I'm telling you, you're wasting time. You're shooting yourself in the foot. This sales script is the same sales script I use to make multiple six figures in my business on a monthly basis. And if you stay until the end, I will give it to you for free. All right. So let's cut through the noise. How many times have you seen this? Have you seen this? How many times have you seen this? How to run $1 million beauty business. How many times have you scrolled through your feeds only to come across yet another guru? A lot of gurus are in Lacoste shirts, by the way. And there's a lot of dudes in this industry, and they're promising to teach you the secrets of running $1 million beauty business. And let's be honest, how many times have we been tempted to click on it thinking, hey, maybe this time it will be different? But here's the thing, before you go out giving your information to any other marketer in a Lacoste shirt, sorry, I don't know. I just think they're all in Lacoste shirts. Before you spend your time like giving your information to them, think about who's this person, who is this guru that's claiming to know how to run $1 million beauty business. Ask yourself, does this person behind the offer actually walk the walk? Have they built a successful beauty empire from the ground up themselves? And do they have a track record of real and tangible results? A lot of marketers, their number one business, and they're like, I'm successful in business. Their number one business is their marketing business or their business coaching business. But so many of them, the majority of them, have never run a successful beauty business themselves. If they've never done that, if the answer is they've never done that, then let me save you the trouble of reading that ebook, that course, that webinar, because it's all smoke and mirrors. You don't really know. I'm sorry. You wouldn't take financial advice from someone who's never made a dime, would you? So why would you trust your business to someone who has never walked the walk themselves? And that's why it's time. I am encouraging you to raise the bar of who your mentors are. Demand more from the people that we look to for guidance. If you want to learn how to do something, make sure you're learning from someone that's already done it. If you want to learn how to build a thriving beauty business, you need advice from someone who's actually done it, who's been there and done that. Not just got the shirt, not just created a graphic on Canva, not just someone who changed their Instagram profile to expert, someone that's actually done it. And what I'm seeing, unfortunately, even in the beauty industry, is that there are so many people who have failed businesses, failed salons, failed practices that have now realized that business coaching is profitable. And they're pivoting to business coaching because it's more profitable than their own business. So, if there are any experts out there, ask them, how did your business do? What kind of businesses have you run? Have you run a business like mine that's service based, that needs appointments, that needs traffic to come in? So let's cut the noise, focus on what really matters and where you get your information from, and learn from someone who's actually been in the trenches and come out on top. Because talk is cheap, and the true currency lies in walking the walk. For it is action and experience that molds dreams into reality. I want you guys to take my decade plus of wisdom without the scars. You don't need to make the same mistakes I did. I'm going to save you time. I'm going to save you time and money. Let me just show you where it is so you don't have to guess and you don't have to figure it out. But let's rewind a little bit and let's delve into my journey real quick and how I even reached this point of success, where I've built a thriving business empire with 35 female employees. That's not true. I have two male employees. Two male employees, right. And Marla, he picks us up from the airport and he cleans my house. But my passion lies in inspiring and empowering women to achieve financial abundance and lifestyles that they never thought possible. Is that what you want? Is that what you came for today? Let me know in the comments. Because I immigrated from the Philippines when I was just 8 years old. We arrived here in the States with nothing, and we settled into this small apartment. Here's a photo of it. I visited this apartment again a couple of years ago and I took a picture, particularly of this alleyway. Now, why this alleyway? Because I looked out the windows of this alleyway so many times, just staring at the wall or staring at the property next to me, right? And I would also look at the little bit of the sky that I could see. It was a very unsafe neighborhood. My father moved us in here from the Philippines, and there were 2 bedrooms, but there were 10 of us in that apartment complex. 10 of us, and it was 2 bedrooms. And I remember, I don't know, I'm a little curious because this apartment is still there. The walls had holes. It wasn't even a full wall. It was kind of like a divider, which was so strange to me. And we first live on the first floor. It's the back apartment that you see there on the first floor. And I remember at night, men would peer through the windows at night. And so it was me and my half sisters, and these guys were just like always looking through our windows while we were trying to sleep. It was so creepy. And then so my parents asked if we could move to the second floor, so at least this wouldn't happen. Well, we moved to the second floor, and that's why I said different windows, and it's the back apartment on the top floor in the corner. And just when I thought that things would get better, it got worse. There were helicopters flying overhead in the middle of the night. And it was so loud. They were right over us. And I guess that alleyway was a popular spot for the criminals when they were hiding, because I would see the spotlight, the spotlight from the helicopter who was looking for somebody. shine in that alleyway right outside the window. And there was a couple of times that I saw these guys that were hiding from the police try to hide under the property. I saw them. So, despite these challenges, my dad was able to move us in to a middle class neighborhood in North Hollywood. They figured out how to do it. So, here's how they did it. Check out my dad. This is a real OG picture. This is the $500 van that my dad borrowed money from his mom from my grandmother. It was a $500 van. And if you look at the top of the van, it says, yes, come in. Because now my dad actually has a tool shop. But before he had a store, he had this van. He is my ultimate role model for starting messy and starting with what you have. And I just cherish this photo. This was his store. And so look at him loading those tools into the van right there in the and this is in the parking lot of our dingy apartment complex. And Joe Molina, he was a true hustler. So picture this, 7 kids plus all of those tools crammed into this van. And he had to figure it out like a boss. You see, my dad, thick Filipino accent, he had to be resourceful. He couldn't afford fancy tools, so he did the next best thing. He hunted down defective tools from Allied and he scored them at discounts. And what he did was he refurbished them with WD-40 and polished them up like a pro in our apartment parking lot. I mean, now I hardly ever see anyone in a apartment lot, an apartment parking lots doing that. I mean, he was working with the 2 parking spaces that we were allotted with. Right? I mean, you just start with what you have. And every weekend, rain or shine, you would find us, our family, at the swap meet selling these tools like hotcakes. And he did this for years, all to get us out of that unsafe neighborhood and into a better one. And I can't even begin to imagine the pressure he must have felt, the pressure my mom must have felt, the sleepless nights, the constant worry. But you know what? His innovation, him just starting with what we had and making do with what we had was downright impressive. He didn't just sit around and complain, "Oh, I don't have a space, I don't have a store, I don't have the resources." He hustled. He looked at what we had and he used it. And that's what this webinar is going to be all about. I'm going to show you guys how to work with what you have and use it to your advantage. So fast forward to when I was in my 20s, when it was my time. It was my time now to be a boss. So my parents are Filipino and they always advocated for college, for higher education. And they instilled in me the belief that success was more than just about degrees, even though they said, go to college. I mean, I saw their example. I said, well, you didn't have to go to college. You don't need a degree to become an entrepreneur. So their own journey, hailing from the Philippines, taught me that true success is born from relentless hustle. So when it was my turn to carve out my own path, I found myself at rock bottom, okay? I was broke. I was newly divorced. And I just got fired from a serving job because I was horrible. So this is me in our apartment in North Hollywood. It was on Magnolia and Coldwater. And $900 a month was the rent. And I was like, oh man, this is a steal. And that's me trying on an outfit from Fashion Q. But now I go to Neiman's for fun because that's what I do now. So I was desperate for a lifeline. I was desperate to find the perfect job. I was desperate to be taken seriously because I didn't think I had any skills. A lot of people in the Philippines, we go to nursing school, but I just wasn't cut out for it. Right. And I was like turning 30 already. And I was like, I gotta be a boss. I gotta be a boss, or I gotta marry one. But when I fell in love with a school teacher, I realized those Louis Vuitton bags and those vacations to Bali was something that I would have to pay for. I would have to figure it out. And that's when the idea of my beauty business struck me like a lightning bolt. I got my permanent makeup done by somebody in Simi Valley. And when I did that, I took a look around at her studio and her life, and I thought, well, she has a house. I have a one-bedroom apartment. She had a brand new SUV. I had a used Toyota Yaris. And so I was like, well, that's all I need. That's all I need, right? I don't need to be a millionaire at the time, I thought. I don't need to be a millionaire, but you know what? I could use some nicer things than what I had. And so here's a snapshot of me in the back room of my humble studio after I took her training. Look at all that collagen. Look at all that collagen on my face. I was young, I was brimming with ambition, and I had energy. I had energy at the time because I was so new to make this permanent makeup thing cool. I thought that since everyone, everyone, like if I go to CVS Pharmacy or Walgreens or even like walk through the cosmetic section at Macy's, every single cosmetic line would boast that theirs was the longest lasting, 24-hour wear, transfer proof. So I was like, permanent makeup is already in. It's just that people don't know it. And so, if only became my mantra. I thought, if only they knew my name. If only they saw my skill. If only more people knew about this. If only I had more connections. If only I had more followers. If only I had traffic to my website. If only I had a storefront. If only I had a commercial on cable TV. If only a big show could land me and I could show the world what this was all about. If only I had the right resources and a bigger budget for advertisement. But you know what? Despite the odds stacked against me, I transformed, if only, to I did it, proving that with grit and determination and a sprinkle of luck, dreams can indeed come true. So let me show you what happened, okay? Or what I'm going to say. Because here's the thing. I built a multi-million dollar permanent makeup business under 3 years when I told you guys my only goal was just to be able to rent a house, not even buy one, just to be able to help my fiance at the time pay rent. Just to have like a typical car, you know what I mean? That was just a little bit better than what I had. And I built a multi-million dollar beauty business kind of unexpectedly. I didn't know that I had a knack for marketing. I didn't know that, the skills that my dad taught me would really pay off in a really big way. So here's the thing. I tried so many things, right, in the last 14 years of business, and figuring this out was so freaking hard, you guys. So in the beginning, I borrowed some money. I hired an expensive PR person, public relations person, that said that they would get me onto different publications. I met this girl at the fitness expo and she promised me the world, and I hired her for thousands of dollars. And she got me a few things. She got me some blog posts, she got me some placements, but nothing. I didn't get any clients from that. And I even paid for, remember when I said that if only I had an ad on cable TV? I paid for a television ad, spent 35 grand, 35 grand on a TV ad that was running on E Entertainment, Bravo, VH1, MTV, and nothing. That was the most shocking part. That even an ad on national TV got me no clients. That was crazy and it was heartbreaking. And then there was this one time, well, maybe it's the material, maybe it's the commercial. Maybe I should have a video on my website that looks super cool, with hot girls and things like that. So I had this whole commercial filmed with actors and everything for my website. And I hired this college student to help me film this thing. And I spent a lot of money. I paid all the talent. I paid the glam squad. I paid, the producers and the directors and the camera people. I rented all this equipment. And it was such a waste. I spent so much money and nothing. I have cried buckets, you guys, trying to figure out how this works, how to make it work, how to get clients. And what I'm about to share with you guys is what I finally, everybody say finally figured out. I finally figured this out. And I wouldn't have figured this out without making all of those mistakes, spending all that money so that I can learn that that doesn't work. I was literally flushing it down the toilet, but was I? I paid already to get this wisdom, to get this strategy. And what I'm giving to you is a gift. Take my wisdom without the scars. Take my wisdom without having to spend a ton of money on things without a good ROI, without having to hire the wrong people. Because this is everything I've learned about how to get clients in your sleep. And if you just put away your phone right now, tell everyone in your life not to bother you, and really pay attention to this, it could literally change your life, because that's what it did for me. This is a decade and a half worth of mistakes, failures, and heartaches. And the secret to what I've learned to finally learn how to get automatic clients in this masterclass, if you're paying attention, this is my gift to you, and this is how I pay it forward. Because after implementing this system, before I knew it, I was doing all the big celebrities in Los Angeles. It was crazy. Huge influencers with millions of followers, one after another. I guess they all knew each other or something. It was bananas at my studio. It was like a conveyor belt of rich, hot chicks, rich and famous hot chicks like Megan Good, like Simone Biles, like that girl from Avatar. I had Miss Universe and Miss USA. I had Hannah Stocking, I had Leanne V, and just, I mean, Cindy Crawford was there, and the list goes on. I couldn't even fit everybody into this slide. So, what I'm going to show you worked not just for me, but also for my students. Gracie, she tripled her sales with what I'm about to teach you, and her whole yearly income in 6 months. Gracie, when she started, her and her sister both worked in physical therapy and healthcare, and they got burnt out. And then they transitioned to PMU. They were getting clients, but they wanted consistency in clientele. I know you guys want that. They didn't really know the business side of things because they lacked systems. So they went from making just $1,000 to $3,000 a month to hitting 10K months, and to be able to go full time in their business. And what this shows me is that if you know what you're doing, you actually don't need a lot of time. You don't need a lot of time. You just need to know what to do and do it better. So here's an earnings disclaimer. Okay, so what I got to tell you is what I'm going to teach you right now. You're not going to make $6,000 per day passively yet, because at first I just wanted to help my fiance pay, the $900 rent that we had. But then if you want to be a seven-figure earner, that's $1 million a year, that's $2,740 per day. So I'm going to show you 5 systems that I have on repeat. And each of these systems earns me between $30 to $4,873 per day in my online business. And imagine if you just set up one of these systems. We're doing over $3 million a year because we have them all set up. Now, I need you to promise me, really look at me, promise me that you are not going to use these powers for evil. Promise me. Okay? Because in the wrong hands, this stuff is lethal. Okay, pinky promise. I see you, Lauren. Question for you. Who works harder? A, 6-figure CEOs, or B, 7-figure CEOs? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. I did this poll on Instagram not too long ago. And you know what people said? Most people that weren't millionaires said seven figures. Seven-figure CEOs do not work harder than six-figure CEOs. It's actually harder to make six figures than it is to make seven. And I'm going to show you why. Because people making money sound complicated because they don't know they don't know it well enough to make it sound simple. And that's why I'm going to share with you the 3 secrets, okay? The first secret I'm going to share with you today is six-figure CEOs, they use systems. I'm going to share with you in this lesson how to multiply one client into 10 clients indefinitely for life without the guesswork. The second secret I'm going to share with you is a secret of seven-figure CEOs who are still applying the first secret. But seven-figure CEOs, you know what else they do? They use setups. They work smarter. And I'm going to show you how to automate these sales and marketing systems without having to be glued to your phone like the six-figure CEOs are. And secret number 3, seven-figure CEOs, they work less. How to create a seven-figure system, set it up one time so that your services sell themselves while you snooze. And all you need, you're like, how am I going to do that? It's so easy, you guys. You don't need an expensive ads budget. You don't need a fancy funnel. You don't need like this like pristine email sequence that, that these like magic set of words. You don't need good SEO even. I know a lot of you guys are really into SEO. You don't even need that even. All you need is time, a way to contact people, which I know you have because you guys are on your phone or your laptop, and at least one customer that you can multiply to 10. That's what you need. Gigi used these same strategies. I love this girl. Her goal was to be able to sell her trainings while living in Mexico. She wanted to move to Mexico. And she was able to reach her goal, double her income, and move to Mexico while selling out her trainings. And now she makes $20,000 a month. And she's in Mexico living her dream as an ayahuasca shaman. Gigi, we're so proud of you. So here is the first secret. Six-figure CEOs, they use systems. And let me show you the system. Okay? So there's a system here, A through E, for every client type. Client type A is the client that just booked. Client type B is the client that's physically present. Client type C is the client that just left. Client type D is the one that's dormant, and E is undecided. But these are all different client types, and you guys all have these types of clients. You will encounter these clients, right? And the secret is in how you treat them and what you do with each client type. Let's start with client type A, the client that just booked. So picture this. You get off the phone, right, after taking down her deposit because she just booked an appointment with you. What do you do? Do you just wait for her to show up for her appointment? No. First thing you do, send her a congratulations plus an upsell. Basically, send a message from your phone or your office congratulating her into making the decision to treat herself, what to expect, and upsell. You can also send them a digital coupon of an additional service that they can add at the time of their appointment. So here's a pro tip. I love using video. And texting people a video. It doesn't have to be, but I'm telling you, if you use video, especially if it's a client you've never met before, they're not going to no-show and they'll take you seriously. This is great too for permanent makeup artists or lash artists that need to tell people, what to do the day of their procedure. Remember to avoid caffeine, avoid blood thinners, or maybe lash artists, maybe you need to tell them to, make sure you don't have any mascara on, right? So it's a great opportunity for you to tell them where to park, right? where to park, and what to expect the day of. And at the same time, you can also record a short video that introduces an upsell. Oh, and by the way, by the way, if you want to get a lash lift that day, I could squeeze you in. It's only $20 more or whatever. Oh, and by the way, if you want to get like an aromatherapy, whatever, if you want to get this, it's not too late to add that to your service because those little things add up, right? And also it makes sense for you to send them an informational video anyway because you want to take care of them. You want them to know what to expect the day of. This also works for personal trainers. This works for any dentist even, right? And then another thing you can do is a confirmation call. How many of you guys are so sick and tired of doing confirmation calls that sometimes you forget to do it? But a confirmation call is crucial. So pick up the phone the day or 2 days before their appointment and remind them of their appointment time. Remind them of their appointment time, remind them what to expect, as well as a final reminder that it's not too late to take advantage of the upsell. Okay, how simple does that feel now that you've seen it in action? And also, can you see how if you did that consistently with every single client, and if you did that with more personally too, by sending a video, who cares, just throw a filter on, or at least even a voice note. Can you see how that would work? You would have, if you see 5 people that day and all of them added on the upsell, you'd make a few $100s more, that's for sure, right? If that. Okay, client type B, the client that's physically present. So picture this, there's a client right in front of you. She's vulnerable. She's in your chair. She's in your gym. She's there. She is under your care. So here's what you do. Make a verbal recommendation for an additional service that you feel would benefit them. Upsell in person. Make a recommendation to help them with something else. Another thing you can do is fill out a physical thank you card, which guarantees X dollars off that additional service if they book it for next time, and you can hand it to them. In case you didn't hear me, let me show you. Let me give you a physical, something tangible that you can hold and read. Also, your front desk needs to upsell. Upon checkout, airdrop or text a referral coupon for their friends, which expires in 48 hours. Here's the thing. What are most women doing when they're in your chair and they're getting a transformation from you? They're probably texting their friends. They're texting their mom. They're telling them what they're up to. They're probably also on social media telling their friends, hey, I'm just at the salon today, or I'm at the gym, I'm working out today. They're already talking about you, at least to their friends, right? So make it easy for them to sell you by texting them or airdropping them a referral coupon to text to their friends that expires in 48 hours. Oh, here you go. I see you're texting your friend. If she ever wants to come in, I have a great deal coming up in June for the X facial or for, this free training or for whatever it is. Make it easy for them to promote you by giving them something digital that they can text their friends because they're already doing it anyway. And also, try your best to get the next appointment in the books before they leave, no matter how far. There's a question in the chat. How do I do referral coupons? Just a quick graphic on Canva. A quick graphic on Canva that says like, hey, book in the next 48 hours and you can get $10 off your lash service or whatever. Something like that. Something that they can share with their friends. Ideally, it would be better if there was like a transformation photo of some sort to kind of like showcase your work and what you do. And lastly, for the client that's physically present, social proof. If you can, get the client to give you some sort of testimonial ask them if they would allow you to film a short video about their service. I love social proof because no matter how many bad Yelp reviews you get, if you have great reviews on video on your page, it doesn't really matter. You can control your narrative. See, if you did this, even just those two client types, with every single client, with consistency, can you envision how this could enhance your results and profitability month after month? How many more referrals would you get? How many more things would you sell, services would you sell if you did this consistently, right? Now, client type C is the client that just left. She just left. Okay, now what you do is you send her a video, send her a follow-up video the next day, ask them how they're enjoying their treatment, ask them, encourage them to reach out to you if they have any questions. Pro tip, you can record one video and just send that practitioner video, that follow-up video out to all of your clients. You don't have to make a fresh one, right? It is more effective if it's a fresh one and it includes their name, but it's okay too. It's okay if you just have one that you send out as your follow-up video. Next, send them content. Send them their photos and their videos. Always give your clients something to share by sending them photos or videos that were collected at the time of their service. Now, here's the thing. I hear a lot of you saying that a lot of them don't want to get filmed. They don't want to be on camera. Most people would be okay with it if they look cute, okay? If they feel attractive in the image. So maybe they'll change their mind after you've slapped a filter on there and made it look really good. And then here's what you do. You give them a post incentive. Tell them that if they share their experiences on social media and tag you, they can enter to win your giveaway for like AirPods or something. Or you can use charity. You can say, hey, we're doing something right now this summer where for every post that somebody posts of us and tags us, I'm going to donate $1 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation or whatever charity of your choice, the Alzheimer's Foundation or whatever it is. What are they going to do? Say no to that? If you post, I will donate X amount of dollars. We're doing this fundraiser, and then post about it. Talk about it on your social media that, hey, we had all of our clients, we have 100 clients post this month on social media and tagged us, and we raised $1,000. How cool would that be? Right? So encourage people to post. Next client, type D. This is the dormant client. This is the type of client that you haven't heard from in years. Like, how many people have we gotten services from? How many women have we gotten services from? Like, whether it be hair, nails, or whatever. And we've loved what we had, but maybe we just haven't thought about them in a while. So the thing to fight dormant clients is email marketing. You want to send out an email once a week to your email list, and 2 of those should be non-sales related. Okay? Keeps you top of mind. Send them a "we've missed you." You can send them a "we've missed you" text. Remind clients that it's time for their maintenance appointment via text, or pick up the phone, email, or video. Video is very, very effective, just so you know. Again, social media. I'm hoping that you're friending all of your clients on social media because it keeps you top of mind. Interact with them. Go heart their stories or comment on their posts. They're posting it so that you can see it, so that their friends could see it. So say something. You know, I had my Botox lady do this with me like 2 weeks ago, and it reminded me like, oh, it's time for my appointment. She commented on something that I posted, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's time for my appointment. And that's how, I mean, that's how she got me in again, you know, after a few months. Now, client type E is the client type that's undecided. Now, this type of client, you just got off the phone with her and she didn't book, okay? She's undecided. So, first contact, you need to follow up. The first contact should be sent a week, one time a week to your email list. And like I said, 2 of those should be non-sales related. Anybody that calls you, before you give them the price or before you give them more information, ask them ask them to give you their contact info so you can set up a profile for them so that they can get 10% off. Before I tell you, I just need some information. What is your email? Okay, how did you find us? Okay, perfect. Okay, so tell me what it is you're looking for. So make sure you're collecting emails, even from people who are just leads that call you that were interested and maybe never booked. Now, say it with me. The fortune is in the follow up. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. The fortune is in the follow up. That's right. You need to follow up at least 3 times. First follow up, right? You can text them. You can send them an article, maybe that you wrote. You send them a YouTube video, maybe that you produced, or a graphic to help them make a decision through education. You can send them different colors. You can send them something, just something educational that maybe they were wondering about on the phone, when they were on the phone with you the day before. Second follow-up is day 2, okay? Don't wait too long. Second follow-up. Send them another article, another YouTube video, or a graphic, or send them like a transformation photo, right? If you're a personal trainer, you can send them a transformation photo. I'm like, hey, this girl, she kind of looks a little bit like you. You said that you had these issues or whatever, and you didn't want this. Well, let me show you that it's possible for this girl. Or maybe let's say you have somebody who's like a redhead and she's like concerned because she doesn't know if you do redheads. And then you can send her a brow transformation of a redhead. Okay. The third follow up, I want you to pick up the phone. And this is called the good news call. Okay. Pick up the phone. It's the good news call. My husband was shopping around for gyms in Miracle Mile, and he was choosing between Equinox and LA Fitness. And this guy, I forgot his name. I think it was Daryl. So Daryl would call him every day, and he did this for about 10 days. And every time Daryl would call, he would leave a voicemail and he would say, "Hey, Will, it's Daryl from the gym. I got good news. I got good news." Who doesn't like hearing good news? And then he would say, "I got 3 more vouchers approved for that deal I was telling you about. I got good news." And then the next day he would call again, "Hey man, it's Daryl from the gym. I got good news." And it would be something else. Like, "We're having this event and blah 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 and blah blah blah. You really should come check it out. Man, I'll get you a free trial." Like, you just call with good news. And I wish I could have told that guy how much I respected what he was doing and how much I learned from it, and how I coach multi-million dollar business owners now with this tip, but it was really good. And so this is something we also do in our business. Okay. So if you're like, "Sheila, all that stuff you just taught me, it doesn't really work." Or maybe you're thinking it just works for you, but maybe you're thinking it's not going to work for me. Let me show you a couple of people that use these same tactics and won because of it. So Jessica here, she's a single mom. She started with 5K months. She was renting a booth. She has a nail, body waxing, she has lash extensions. Now she's an educator and she's making more than 100K a year, doubling her income and creating her own nail training. Noelle only works 2 days a week, making $20,000 months because of this system. It doesn't just work for me. It works for people just like you in businesses just like yours without having to spend a ton of money on ads. This is so brainless, right? Now, here's the thing. When I implemented these systems, I became a 6-figure business owner, right? I became a 6-figure business owner. I got married that year. I was able to pay for that wedding. I was making about 8 grand a month, and I spent $6,000 on my wedding, and the guest list was 28 people, and I was ecstatic. I was like, "Oh, I'm a 6-figure earner. Yay." And then I had a baby. I was trying, I was so challenged by being a mom and also a business owner and a practitioner. and a wife and all of the things. And I was trying to lose weight. And I was trying to do all of the things that I just showed you I did, right? All those systems like the confirmation calls and the texts and the upsells and the airdropping them, the referral thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this manually and raise a child. And I was burnt out and my business took a hit, right? And actually, I saw it as a badge of honor to be tired. I don't know why, but I thought if I'm tired, that means I'm a good mom. Like, where did we get that idea? Like, the more burnt out we are, the tireder we are, the better parents we are. And I was depressed. I was exhausted from being a new mom. I was balancing everything. I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to get my systems up and running so it's just automatic? And that's what I came up with. Secret number 2 of 7-figure business owners, not only do they use systems, they use setups and automation. And so I hired a coder. His name is Sherwin. He was my cousin. He's not really my cousin. He's my Filipino cousin, because if you're Filipino, you know that everybody is your ate, your kuya, your tita. Like, we all act like we're related, even though we're not blood related. But I don't know, maybe Genghis Khan or something. But anyway, I hired Sherwin and I had him digitize my business, my intake forms. And he created this like platform for me that nobody knows about. It was actually weird. It was actually sheilabella.com before I started using that domain. And I was using this platform that nobody knew about, and he helped me create this system. He digitized my system, and that's what happened. Um, and that's what happened, and that's how I developed this automation system. And here's what happened after I hired Sherwin to do this for me. December 2011, I had 13 clients, right? And then I hired this front desk girl named Maddie. And I realized I was only paying her to watch Netflix sometimes. And I had her implement this method and implement this system. Okay. December 12th. December, I had 12 clients and I made $4,788. Then Maddie got a little bit better at using the system. It had a little bit of kinks, but we smoothed it out. The next month, January, 26 clients. My income was $10,374. February, I went back to research this. 42 clients, $16,758. March, my birthday. Ooh, it was the highest month I've ever had. I had 69 clients, $27,531. April, I had 124 clients, $49,476. And here's what happened the next few months. September, 217 clients. And my income, the revenue that month was $86,952. I was now officially a 7-figure business. And I was like, is this going to keep going? Is this going to keep going? By then, I had hired all of these different artists who were my friends as well. And I was like, well, is this going to keep going? Because if it keeps going, that means that I'm going to have a 7-figure business. December of that year, we had 285 clients. Oh my gosh. And I'll never forget the day that I read the report that we broke 200 grand that month. And we raised our prices too. So that's when it clicked. That aha moment hit me hard when I realized the key difference between being a 6-figure CEO and hitting that 7-figure mark was all about automation. Sure, knowing what to do is essential, but consistency is what seals the deal. With the right system in place, money starts flowing effortlessly. And automation, it's like having a perfect employee who never takes a day off. Once you set it up, once you've automated it, it just keeps churning out results without you lifting a finger. And when you blend automation with a bit of a human touch, that's when the real magic happens, right? So 6-figure CEOs had systems, but not automated setups. 7-figure CEOs have systems and automated setups. They have more money and they have more time. Automation is the superhero of business efficiency. And here's why it reigns supreme. Automation doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have a bad day. It's never on its period. It also doesn't have ADD. It knows what time it is, what day it is. Let's talk about consistency with automation. You're not relying on human effort alone, which means tasks are performed flawlessly every single time. No more human error throwing a wrench to your plans. Automation doesn't get tired. It doesn't take breaks. It's there working tirelessly for you 24/7, right? It's cheap too. And you can make it adapt to whatever it is you want it to do next. And let's not forget scalability. As your business grows, automation scales effortlessly with it. I think the best part about automation, though, is its ability to boost productivity and profitability. And you can set it and forget it. It streamlines the process, all of your processes, and it eliminates inefficiencies. You're maximizing output while minimizing costs. So here's what happened, right? After I did that, I blew up. I had Gary Vaynerchuk speak at my event. I was on The Real Talk Show. I was featured in Forbes magazine, on ABC, on LA Style, Disrupt magazine. I was being invited as a speaker at different types of events left and right because my whole goal was just to help my fiance pay rent. And I still can't believe that this was my journey, that I actually got here. This wasn't even the goal. I just wanted to run an efficient business. I just wanted an SUV, okay? I just wanted to get rid of my used Yaris. But here's the thing. I know this formula works because it's not just me. It's also my students. We've taught hundreds of students and had clients just like you use the same automation system. Students like Angelica. Angelica tripled her income. She went from renting a space, having 3 girls that were not fully booked out, to be able to purchase her own building, her dream building. And here's the thing. If you want to be a 7-figure earner, here are the things they have automated. Emails, they have automated. Client information and notes, they have automated. Texts, they have automated. Documents and waivers. Appointments, they have automated. Their social media strategy, they even have automated. Content planning, content design. Their website, right? They capture leads automatically, right? They also respond to DMs as well as chats and emails quicker, and texts. It's immediate. They've automated calls and voicemail reply. They've automated asking for reviews. They've automated the ability to track the client's journey. So, people who've automated this in my program are people like Athena. She had her first successful launch and she made $100,000 that month. She 10x'd her revenue in 1 month when she joined our program. And now she's transforming lives and reaching more people with her permanent jewelry trainings. She was making $20,000 to $30,000 a month before, and now she's at 100 a month. Jessica, she is on her way to hitting her first $200,000 year. And I realized too, I have a lot of students, right? Here's a photo of some of them. You know, what's the difference between my 6-figure CEOs and my 7-figure CEOs? My 7-figure CEOs have not just systems, but they have automation. Final secret, they work less. And in this training, I'm going to show you how to create a 7-figure system, set it up once so your services sell themselves while you snooze. And I'm going to invite Valeria Soto to take over. She is our social media director. She is a trailblazer in the dynamic realm of marketing and automation workflows. She is my homegirl because we need her. We all need a Val. And I'm going to share Val with you. She has an unparalleled mastery of AI and cutting edge technologies. She has really revolutionized our strategies, and she is such a dear friend. I love her so much, and I'm going to share her with you right now. Take it away, Val.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that introduction.
All right.
Okay,
Secret number 3, Val. Take it away.
secret number 3. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Secret number 3, as Sheila said, automation is one of my favorite words. And now my goal is to show you how to bring your passion and service skills full circle. And imagine spending less hours each week on tasks that you don't need to, and more on what you love, all by automating processes so you think about them just once and then forget about it. You're most likely here because you're looking to improve your salons or studios, success, get more clients, more services sold for you and your employees if you have them, sell more courses. Maybe you even need help and are thinking of hiring an assistant for your social media or improve your website. The fact that you're here means that you're probably looking to start adding some AI automations in your business and your marketing. Maybe you are also looking to improve your client relationships, keep your clients connected to you, keep your clients happy, servicing them with more of your services, figure out how to improve from your client communication on automation. So that's what I want to show you, to set it and forget it. Now, think about all the apps that you're using at the moment to do this. I want you to write down how many. How many of these apps are you currently using to fulfill the business needs, the information that your business needs? Now, I am going to check the chat. You think 6? Okay, let me see. How many of these apps are you using? How much money is it costing you to? How much money is it costing you to have all of those in place? Is it maybe 100, 200, 300, 1,000? How many? How much? Okay, so what about if you count it in time? How much time are you spending in these apps? How many of you have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook ads, Google My Business, Wix, Planoly, Acuity, etc., etc.? How much time is it costing you to make sure you reply to each person that connects to you through these apps or call you through Google My Website? How many of those calls or texts go unanswered? How many of them come in while you're servicing someone else and you cannot follow up with them? How much money are you leaving on the table when you cannot answer those calls? Or when you're spending so much time thinking about what to post, but are unable to get the content out there? In this masterclass, Sheila taught you how you could use automations and why you should do this, why it would benefit your business. Now, imagine if you had just one platform to manage all of these other platforms in one. And that's why we're introducing to you Booked by Elevate. The reason that we created Booked by Elevate is because we wanted a premium platform that was also affordable for everyone, a platform that would make things easier for everyone. We created a centralized communication hub so that we didn't have to have it all in these different social platforms and all these different apps and things. Belevate was created for it to be the only system you will need for your business. The email box, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, etc., the text, SMS, all of these different platforms linked to one system. We obviously wanted to optimize your time and your sales cycle while also being able to create new sales opportunities, basically multiplying ourselves and give the client our students our thorough experience. But most of all, we wanted to plug in the holes in the leaky bucket of business. Every business deals with what we call the leaky bucket syndrome. That just means you have missing pieces on the back end of the business. Maybe you lack back end marketing systems or automations, and that's why you're not generating the revenue you should be making and getting the amount of clients or students you want. Businesses are actually losing anywhere between 40 to 80% of revenue every single month because they don't have these things in place, whether it's lead generation, email follow-up systems, their booked appointments, their sales nurture sequence. They are losing massive potential revenue. But with this, there's no more hope it works marketing for you. So what we've done is we've automated email communication, automated texting. We added a fully customizable website. And yes, all of the things that Sheila mentioned that could be automated, we did that for you. And that's just touching the surface of what you can do. Imagine being able to connect with the people that message you, all your leads and potential sales, and even your current clients in all of these different ways from one spot. And even while you're sleeping, pretty much all set up for you. We've also optimized booked appointments because just because someone has booked an appointment or a consultation doesn't mean that we are done there, right? At least we shouldn't be. Ideally, we walk them through the process, see how they felt after they felt after they left our business, and maybe ask them for feedback and a review. What about following up for their next service appointment? What about that client type A that Sheila mentioned to send a video? Yes, you can do that too. Upsell a service, like she mentioned, you can do that too. How many of you do that consistently? Type B and C of the clients that Sheila mentioned, we need those testimonials, right? So what if you have a beautiful website with multiple testimonials because you can also automate requesting a review, answer, and thank them? And we have to make sure that they show up, right? We have to have a follow-up in place, automation in place, confirmations, voicemail drops, deal with cancellations, try to win them back. That dormant client type D, how many of you are you waking those up? Are you sending the nurture and offer emails that Sheila mentioned? Are you able right now to differentiate between the clients that are engaging with you and the ones that visited you and you never saw again? Do you know why they didn't come back? And that client type B, how many of you are doing the follow-ups? Are all of these things we've created and built into the system specially designed for you? And then, of course, there's the most important, which is the sales nurture. And this is what most business are missing. There are so many different ways that our system can help you optimize that sales process and that nurture process. It's super important that you have all of those in place. But if this is so important, why doesn't everyone do this? I mean, it's common sense to have a very complete and powerful backend system, right? So why don't they? So first is because it's hard to manage all of these apps and different platforms at the same time. And that's why we created this. No more setting up your courses on Teachable and having your emails on MailChimp and then your website in Wix. We designed the Velevate system and created these custom flows so that it's preloaded to be a foundation for any service business. And of course, you can customize it, you can add on it. We have a lot of other features, but this is what we want to focus on today because we want to make sure your business is more profitable with less work. And if you're not sure if this automation is important for you yet, you should know that right now, the average lead is going to need anywhere between 15 to 27 different touch points in order to make a decision just to even book the first call or service with you. And most people are just doing one or maybe two. And that is just becoming not enough because the attention span we have now with social media is so short that you need to stay top of mind. Otherwise, you're leaving so much money in the table. We want to help you work less, make more money, and save a ton of money. And that's why we created the system where you can have unlimited funnels, websites, think about ClickFunnels, but all in one place. You can also send emails with automations like you can do with MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, send text message like in Simple Text, send voicemails and call people like Phone Burner or Alleyway or something like that. So now I would like to bring Sheila back to the stage
Never
because
left, girl. Never left.
yeah, right. Because we have something very cool to show you.
Right. So, all right. So basically, what all this does is it automates all of those things that I just taught you. And so that's why, can you see it working? That's why you don't need much. You don't need expensive ads. You don't need like, crazy marketing contracts. You don't need a whole lot of SEO. It's common sense. It's common sense. And that's why I think when it comes to making money, it's a lot simpler than what a lot of people are making it out to be, or what you might have, what you may have thought that it needed. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, so here is what you're going to get. Okay, second. All right, going back. Okay, can you see my screen? Val, everything good? Okay.
Yes, all good.
Awesome. All right, you guys, here's what you're gonna get. The Book by Bellavate sales system. So what does that include? Let me just recap a little bit, okay? So everything you're subscribed to, right? You have Zapier, you have Kajabi. You're not going to need that anymore. Cancel your subscription to Teachable, Thinkific, Gloss Genius, Vergaro, Trello, the task management system. It's also a social media planner. ManyChat, even if you want to implement that. It can be a chatbot, which is basically an assistant. Typeform, it can just anything you have for like intake forms. It will automate that. So cancel all of your subscriptions because you can just run your business from one place. It has a customizable booking calendar. You can even take payments from it, automated workflows, SMS, two-way text messaging, two ways. So it's not just going out. You can also text back. There has a CRM, client relations management software, list segmentation, team management and task management, automated social media management. So you can just set it and forget it. This is like having a digital planner that lets you schedule your appointments, meetings. It takes payments. I mean, everything, right? So think about it. The Booked by Bellavate sales system is equivalent to hiring an assistant. How much would you pay an assistant? Yes, Gloss Genius too. How much will you pay an assistant? $20 an hour, right? $20 an hour minimum, whatever the minimum wage is, wherever your state is or wherever you are. That's for 20 hours per week, which is part-time. And this thing is working full-time. Part-time, that's $400 a week, $1,600 per month. So the Book by Bellavate sales system has all of this: booking calendar, workflows. You can cancel all your subscriptions, your website, for all these things, right? And it also has an assistant-like mentality, right? It has an assistant-like functionality rather. It has everything. So if you add up the cost of all of those subscriptions that even if you don't have, you should have them, right? You should have them. And hiring an assistant, if you add up the cost of all of those things, the total value is $2,099. Okay. Here's what else you're going to get: a professionally designed website. So this professionally designed website is not just like any other website. It is drag and drop, right? But it was designed by a professional designer, also by us. We already know, being in business now for a decade and a half and having worked with thousands of business owners, what is the layout that works? What are the functionalities that work? You're probably guessing like, oh, okay, what should go on top? What should go in the middle? What tabs do I have? What functionality should I have? And these websites take the guesswork out, and they're beautiful, right? Because we already know what works for your industry. 15 plus pages. It's already been created by a professional designer and marketing expert. Okay. Now, look at all of these templates. We have thousands of templates that you can choose from, literally thousands. No two websites will be the same, especially after you plug in your own branding. Like my 7-year-old can design a website. It's actually really fun. And you don't need to call your web guy when you need to make a change. It gives you full control of everything. Plus, it has a website chat widget. How many times have you logged onto a website and there's the little chat thing? It's like, hey, do you have any questions? You can talk to us. And this widget will answer questions, frequently asked questions automatically, and take contact information. So, all of these things, the professionally designed website, all of these templates that you can customize. There's also pre-made forms and surveys and the chat widget as well. If you go to a web guy and you ask them, hey, how much for you to design my website? They're going to tell you at least $2,000. So the total value of all of these things combined, just the website and all of these features, $2,899. So we got the Book by Bellavate sales system, right? The professionally designed, beautiful website. The total value is $4,998. But that's not all you're going to get. You're going to get our 7-figure marketing templates. Remember all of those things I was encouraging you guys to create at the beginning of this training? You need to send out emails. You need to send out text messages. So these emails are already pre-written. They're pre-written. If you have a launch, if you have a special going on, if you want to wake up old clientele and say, hey, it's time for your appointment, it's already pre-written for you. And we know the exact formula, the string of words to use in order to get people back in your chair, back through your doors. So we have the pre-made forms and surveys, the website chat widget, right? And then our 7-figure marketing templates. If you add up everything, total cost is $1,399 with all of those things already done. Fire your copywriter. So add up everything, the Book by Bellavate sales system, a professionally designed website because your clients expect you to have one. They're going to hop in from your Instagram, your TikTok to your website and back. 7-figure marketing templates. The total value is $6,397. That's not all though. You're also going to get the Bellavate Pretty Rich Bosses Masterclass Vault. Now, what is in this vault? It's everything. It's everything I've learned. It has branding. It has lessons on targeting your ideal client. It teaches you exactly what I taught you now, but more in depth, new clients consistently. It teaches you sales scripts. It'll teach you how to create an online course, DM game and script strategy, content marketing, understanding funnels, branding, right? I already said that, photo editing. And I poured everything into my course, $1 Million Beauty Business. And that comes with this vault. And this vault has hundreds of videos that you can go on at your own pace, right? It also has a newbie sales script, it has a ton of sales scripts, and it has a ton of workbooks, even for trainers. That vault, the value of that vault is $3,200. So if you add everything up, $9,597. And it also has the best part, weekly group coaching. Guys, we're going to get to hang out on Zoom just like this every single week, right? Because that coaching aspect is so important. Plus 24/7 tech support. So these are some just snapshots of our weekly coaching calls. I mean, you guys can sit in and talk to us, ask us any questions in your beauty business. Sometimes we have industry experts that we, bring in as a guest, so you can watch the recordings of those past ones, or you can just come in and watch it live so you can ask that expert questions. Plus it has 24/7 tech support. Live tech support 24/7. If you want to work on your website or you want to change something and you don't know how to do something in the middle of the night, there's somebody there to help you with tech. So the weekly group coaching calls, which is invaluable in my opinion, right? Will take you from to 6K all the way to seven to we'll take you to from 6 figures all the way to 7 figures, right? Because that's what we've done. So total value of that is $2,499. And if you add everything up, you have the Book Vibe Elevate sales system, the professionally designed website, 7-figure marketing templates, the Pretty Rich Bosses Masterclass Vault, plus coaching and 24/7 tech support, $12,096. Add all that up, that value. But you're not going to pay $12,000 today. So for today, we're slashing the price to $499 a month. You won't have any excuses anymore about why you don't have clients. You will literally have everything you need, your business in a box. You're going to have coaching. You're going to have the tools. But the real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Go to the website, bellavate.com. Even if it does half of what I've claimed today on this training, it will pay for itself as soon as you book your first client. If it just gets you one more client, if all this did was just get you one more client, it would pay for itself. If all this did was finally get you a proven system and a funnel that's profitable, what I mean by profitable is $1 in, $2 out. Would it be worth it? If it all this did was help you share your message with more people, would it be worth it? Yeah. If all this did was give you the ability to cancel all of your monthly tools that you're currently using to glue together your business, would it be worth it? Yeah. If all this did was to never, give you an opportunity to forget something, or you wouldn't miss a text, or you wouldn't forget to ask for a review, or you won't forget to take a payment, because I know a lot of you are forgetting to do something as simple as taking the payment. If it was automated, would it be worth it? Yeah. Now you have two choices. Do nothing, go back to your life and to your business. Do not take this leap of faith, right? Don't do it messy. Don't do it scared. Don't do it anyway. Or the second option is to do it messy, do it scared, do it anyway. You need these tools. You know you do. Just pony up this small investment today, because compared to all the value I've already given you today, can you only imagine what's inside the vault? Because if I can't make you money, then I don't deserve yours. But here's the thing. For the first 30 people that sign up today, we're only having the special for a limited time because the price is going to go up. It will be $298 a month. First 30 people that sign up today, $298 a month, and you will be grandfathered into this price forever. If you sign up at $298, it's not going to go back up to $499 or $12,000. You will forever have your business in a box that's proven to bring you clients automatically for only $298 a month. So go to bellavate.com. Let me just read you some examples of people who've done this already. So Mally started the program a few months ago, and she was only booked out 2 weeks ahead. Now she has a fully booked calendar months out, even into June, right? Or Elle, she started with 5K a month. She needed help with systems, right? And automations and training development. She is working on her trainings, but she has already been able to 2x her income. Do you want to be a success story here? I want to stand here in a few months and have your picture on here and your success story. What is your success story going to say? Because I can't wait. Anyone have any questions about how to implement this?
All right, let's go through some of the questions on the chat. Tang says, will it be contract or month to month? So it's a subscription. It's month to month. You guys can cancel it anytime. Obviously, you guys know that moving into a new system, it's something new. It might feel a little bit, overwhelming at the beginning, but we always recommend to give it a try for even more than a month, because it's so powerful being able to have everything in one place. We meet students like all the time. We've helped thousands of people in the beauty industry, and we know exactly all the platforms it takes to integrate things, right? And so no matter how much you guys see it, like integrating a lot of things, and especially as you guys grow, and have new goals to be able to reach new milestones, like it gets more complicated. Like we started with a WordPress website, then we're like, oh gosh, we want to launch courses. Now we had to get into Kajabi. And so all of these things just kind of start piling up, as you guys know. And so what my recommendation is just to give it a try. And even though it's a month-to-month contract, like, you know, it just needs time for you guys to kind of get used to it. How fast is ROI? Is there a money back guarantee? So Holly, this is a month to month, right? And so ROI really depends on you. We're giving you our systems, our formula. If you have everything plugged in, if you have clients, existing clients that you're interacting with, I mean, you can cancel anytime if you feel like it's not working. So I hope that answers your question. Does the service include lead generation, or do I still need to pay for IG and Facebook ads? So paying for Facebook ads, it's something very different. It's something that we don't have control over. That's what you guys would pay, obviously Meta. Those are Meta charges. We are going to incorporate pretty soon ad management into the platform, which is going to be really cool. So, you know, this is a new platform for us, but you guys should know that some really exciting updates are going to come up. Like, for example, being able to manage ads with AI, with an AI tool inside the platform. So it's like easy ad management without you guys needing a marketer or someone that can really manage your ads and like look at all the stats. So we're going to plug in a very powerful tool that's going to help you guys do that. But ad spend will always be separate. Like that's not in control for us. It's something that Meta charges basically. Can we keep our current website? So Holly, if you have if your website, like Val mentioned, is on WordPress, you can definitely keep it and host it with us. Some options. You guys don't necessarily have to use the full functionality. Like let's say you have your website, you build it somewhere else. We've had some clients that, for example, they have a website for services and they have a different website for an academy. And they're like, hey, I just want to move my academy over to Belevate. So everything's in one place. Or like you can be hosting your website on Wix, for example, and let's say you just want to use Belevate for your inbox, for your calendar. Like there's a lot of functions still for the price is still worth it. And if you decide not to include your website for whatever reason, then awesome. But I mean, sorry, it's up to you. But also keep in mind that our websites, the templates that we are providing within this package are professionally built and following our formula to attract clients. So the templates are pretty easy for you guys to just like kind of tweak them into your own personal information. And so that's really going to save you time. So you're not like building a website from scratch.
Yeah, and if you have a domain already there, you can connect it as a subdomain. So it's not like you can have the redirection on both ways. You can keep your website and use the rest, even the funnels if you want to, as a subdomain. So that's just another option.
Yeah. Lupita says, how do you get leads? That's what I'm lacking. Love it. That's a great question. So basically getting leads, you guys know, being able to get leads, there's two ways. It's either organic or paid advertising, right? So organic, the way that we do that is through content and staying consistent with content. And so Belevate does have an amazing AI planner and an AI tool to allow you to facilitate your content creation. And we're incorporating a lot of our Canva templates, caption vaults. And so all of these things will actually, they will help you stay consistent with systems that actually help you get leads. And especially in the next upcoming months when we integrate the ad management AI tool that we're thinking of putting into Belevate, that's also going to allow you guys to get into paid marketing in a way that it's easier to get leads. Do you have an affiliate or referral code? Yeah, Val, how does that work when you become a Belevate member and if you wanted to refer people?
Yes, absolutely. As of right now, I would recommend once you are inside the society, just let us know and we'll add you and give you your affiliate link to share. Basically, and then you're going to be able to have a full on, you'll see how much you've sold, how much your recurrent revenue is going to be, and even make some extra passive income.
Love it. All right, Joanna says, sorry, I'm slow. So what would happen to my website now and my Gloss Genius and Google My Business if I join this thing? How do I get leads? I'm currently paying Glenn Rosenberg for my website to host it. Do I cancel that and my Gloss Genius? So the first question would be, where are you hosting your website? I think Glenn uses WordPress if I'm not mistaken. Usually people who host websites are usually on WordPress, right, Val?
Yes, yes,
Because
yes.
that's basically when you host your website on WordPress is because you need a coder or like you need someone that knows it. And so that's kind of like the tactic of marketers like get you onto like, let me build your website. And then it's like, only I can edit it for you. That's why you have to pay me. And so um that's kind of like the power of Bellavate too, that you guys wouldn't have to depend on someone doing that. But if someone does host your current website on WordPress, like we've mentioned, we can the transfer is easy and you wouldn't lose your SEO. We would just need to transfer the host.
Yeah. And actually, even if you don't even want to transfer the host, it can still connect with the subdomain option that I mentioned as well. And as far as Gloss Genius, that's your booking system. We do have a booking system inside of the system, so that will depend on you if you want to keep a Gloss Genius. Though I have to say that the platform we can connect it, of course, but because it's not the native system, you would have to use an external information transfer. So I would recommend to move your Gloss Genius appointments to, because Gloss Genius is pretty basic, you would be able to move those appointments into the Bellavate system by downloading comma separated values, and you'll have the information of all your past clients. And then for future appointments, you can book them in the system here. And then for your Google My Business, is actually really, really great, this system, because we integrate with Google My Business. So all of the reviews that we mentioned that you can automate an email and ask for them, you can actually see them coming through once someone does the review, because you send them an email, thank them. If you want to have that automation with AI made for you, where you reply to that automatically, that can happen as well. And it's kind of like a full circle situation. You get a new client through Google My Business, they come in, you nurture them, they leave you a review, and then that review is going to make someone else want to book an appointment, and it's kind of like a full circle thing. So it's really great.
Yeah.
And then
Ivy
what else?
says, if I decided to join, do you guys train us on everything? So when you guys join Bellavate Society, you will receive a link to an onboarding call with a tech team. The tech team will actually set up a lot of things for you that initially, and it also comes with unlimited tech support, and you guys could also have unlimited tech Zoom calls. And you guys will also have a library, like there's a help center with all the tools that walk you through on how to do things. And there's also going to be a library that's getting built out right now on how to do things step by step. But in the meantime, you guys do have the tech team that's available 24/7. And usually, if you guys don't cover everything on that first onboarding call, they can give you another onboarding call to kind of keep continuing to support you on the setup. This does not mean that the team will actually do the things for you, like tweaking your website or like putting in your brand colors, but they'll show you how to do it. And like I've said, our templates are pretty easy for you guys to like know where you need to upload your logo or like tweak your about me section. So it's pretty intuitive. And so again, it's going to be a learning process, obviously, for many of you guys, because it's something new, but what the setups and the systems are there for you, which is kind of where the money is, guys. Do you pay an annual bill for hosting, etc.? I'm currently using Squarespace, which I pay almost 400 for their plan.
So actually you don't need to, it's month to month, and things like Squarespace don't have that email system so much. If you have a website that you built and you really love and you want to keep, again, you can connect the domain and just use like the CRM, the email sequences and all the inbox and all these other things that we mentioned are so awesome. But if you want to cut that cost, I would say you can have a full running website with everything inside of Belevate, and it's not extra from the $298 that Sheila mentioned. It's just included. You don't need to pay an extra website fee. It's just for the WordPress hosting fee that you would have to have an extra pay. But if not, it's just the monthly recurring to keep your system up, basically. I'm currently hosting on Shopify. Can I convert over or cancel and start over with Belevate? So that depends. If you have products that you want to sell, we actually do connect with Shopify as well, just because of the shipping and all the capabilities that Shopify has. This is the best way if you want to keep having like a send products. But if you're just hosting your website, I would say the same thing that I said before. You can just build your website again or connect the domain if you want to keep it. Yeah.
Could I enroll now and hold it for later? What do you mean roll up? Like you don't want to start using the system now? Like you just want to get in on the price now that it's before it goes up? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, you can definitely do that. If you want to get in on this pricing, of course. And then Karen, go ahead. You have a question? You want to unmute yourself?
Okay. So basically yesterday I had an interview with Cherry, and I know I'm not alone on this. Cherry does the financing where you get paid up front, and it's supposed to be really good for the beauty industry. So I qualified and they want access to my current website to add it. So it's a two-part question. Like, generally, how long is the transition? Like, is this going to be a couple months transition from transferring everything over? And then should I wait to add Cherry? Because if they do it now, they're going to have to do it again through Belevate. Does that make sense?
Well,
But your
that depends
website's already
your...
on WordPress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not having to rebuild your website. Your website will stay.
Yeah, but so I can do everything with Cherry like tomorrow if I wanted to, or should I wait till everything's transferred over to Belevate to add Cherry? Because Cherry wants access to my website and they want to add on all these financing options to my current website, and they don't charge for that.
Since you're keeping your website, you can do it now, and then you're just going to, in your case, you're mainly going to use this for the other parts of your system, not the website itself. So it wouldn't affect your website at all. Like, you can do whatever you want with your website as of right now, because the
Yeah.
functionality of your website will stay the same.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to add funnels or all the other things that we have, it will just have a different, we call it slag, whatever has your website has after the bar that so it's a different slag, but you wouldn't lose anything that you already have in your website.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay, so it's safe to do anytime. Okay.
Yeah, so think about it as like your website being a car, for example, and like whatever Cherry puts into your website, it's like whatever you're putting inside the car for like a drive, but then you're gonna park it somewhere else. You're just gonna host it somewhere else, but your car will still be the same car.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah,
And
so that's the
so
simple way
amazing.
of saying it. Like if you guys have your website on WordPress, it's like maybe you were parking it on this street, now we're gonna park it somewhere else, but it's still the same. car.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then generally, how long does it take to transfer? I don't know, that's like transfer everything over to Belevate, like, because I know there's gonna be little hiccups, right? So like maybe a couple months, or like, could we transfer everything in 2 weeks? Or
You know, it's the hosting part. It's I would have to see what you have, like who's the host, how fast they release it and stuff like that. But even if you keep the same hosting platform, it's kind of like an attachment. Like it's not going to affect it. It would be a different thing if you told me you want to rebuild your website, then that's going to take a little bit longer because you have to rebuild your website. In this
oh
case,
no,
it's just your
no.
website will stay the same. You're just going to have, like, yes, a different parking spot, but the different parking spot is the host. And imagine as if you had since we have the car analogy, like if you had an
Yeah.
extension to your car, you know, that's going to be your client management, your inbox management, your email sequences, and all of that attached to that same car in that same spot if you want to keep that hosting.
Okay.
And attach it shouldn't take
Shouldn't take
anything.
too
But if
long.
you want to do the switch of the host, then that will depend on like the release of the hosting and who is hosting, aside from like who built it, but who is hosting, what's the actual host of that website. Then that will depend on who has it and the release and moving into the new system, basically.
Okay, so if I keep WordPress, it's gonna be quicker. Got it.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Lush House Glow has a question. Can we play around with the site first to see if it's something you need before joining? So we don't have trials, but if you do not wish to continue with it, you can cancel anytime. As you guys know, it's subscription month to month. But as we've mentioned, just give it a try, because this is one of those systems that has everything all in one place for you guys. It's gonna save you guys money and gonna save you guys a lot of resources and time. So it's just one of those things. Cherry wants to add. Okay, I think, does anyone else have more questions, guys? These were great questions. No? Pricing again? It's $298 for the first 30 people on this webinar that join. Once we have filled up our 30 spots, that's going to be $498 if you guys missed out. So if you guys go to belevate.com, you're gonna be able to get the special pricing right now for $298, and you can cancel anytime.
Real quick, if you, I just joined, so if you want to be an affiliate, who do we message?
Go ahead and put it in the Belevate Society group, and we'll hook you up.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
so- Yeah, so you guys should have just received the message, and congrats, Karen. Great job on joining. Let's automate. I'm a bit confused for the PRB. Oh, if you guys are a PRB student, please message your coach, because no, the price is not $298. Your coach will give you special pricing. You guys get this for like 1/3 of the, like, it's going to be 1/5 of the price once it goes into the normal pricing. So yes, PRB students, current PRB students, message your coach. You guys get special pricing. Do not get the $298 option on the website. Do you do integrations with Wix?
So, well, it depends on what you mean by integrations. Yes, we can integrate. We do everything that Wix has as a capability. So if you want to move away and not pay Wix, you can do that. But if you want to integrate, we can do that through Zapier, usually, like a connection, just because it's an outside, not native calendar or website integration. But if you want to have your website hosted in Belevate, then you wouldn't have to pay for the extra Wix costs of operations, basically. So yes, we do. It just has an extra step in between. So if you were a student and you purchased the higher ticket, we can fix it. Don't worry, you just message your coach.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a student, please message your coach. You guys, this is more for the general public, the pricing, the terms. So just know that if you are a PRB member, there are perks. So just message your coach, Blush. All right, guys, I think we're done. If you guys don't have any more questions, we're ready to wrap up. I think we got everything covered. If you guys want to get in on the special pricing, make sure you guys go to belevate.com so you don't miss out. This is really, it's a awesome tool. We took years to kind of put this system together. You know, it's all the years of experience of Sheila and all the marketing research that we've done all in one place for you guys. So yeah, it's been a fun project to build out. So we hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.